Otherwise, try to mute yourself. If there is something just like you saw seen just now, somebody was speaking, it won't be tolerated. So try to understand that. Okay. So we'll start off in a few minutes. I hope my voice is clear to you also. If there is any lag, you can just tell me at that very certain moment. So, okay. Cool. So this is basically it would be an introductory session. We have multiple session you might already know now. In this session, I'll be talking mostly about week one content. Uh, and if you have any doubt related to it, we can just discuss a little bit. Mostly be about week one only. And I'll be telling you about few of the nuances which you might know before starting off with the assignments and all. So that would be a quick start of in this course. Uh, you might also have by now you might have also seen week one content and week two content. Uh, is there any feature where you can do the reaction? So can you just give me a thumbs up? Maybe is it possible here in Zoom? Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. So it is working. So I'll be asking a few questions to you guys, and then you can just. Uh, uh, it's clear, but it is low. Okay. Try to speak a little bit uh, in high pitch. Okay. So the first question which I want to ask you all is: have you seen the lectures of week one? So have you seen at least three lectures of week one? Yeah. Okay. Yes. It's like
Yes, sir.
majority of the people have seen. Okay. Good. Uh, so when you see the lectures, there is one thing which you might see along with the lectures. So when a lecture comes, then after that there is one more thing that is called activity questions, right? You might have seen it. So if you have seen it, just give me a thumbs up. Yeah. Okay. So when you are doing that lecture, or when you have seen that lecture, try to do the activity question at that certain moment. This will be a good idea, because what we have planned is we have created this course in such a way that when you see the lecture, you might be a fresh about you have a fresh idea about that particular lecture, and then you can see the activity question and answer them. Okay, so activity question is mostly be related to the lectures. What you have seen in the lecture, you can just answer it straight away going to the activity. So this will be a good uh, idea, right, to start. Then there is one more thing you might have already known this or seen it before, that there is something called practice assignment. Okay, where you do the practice and then follow it towards the graded assignment. Now, when you are done with all the lectures, then only try to go to practice assignment. This is one of the way which you might follow the path, right? Uh, Somebody has written something. If we wanna do more activity question related to some topic, aren't these questions? So in week one you are still in, right? So you will get many question in week two as well. There are TA session also, right? So you can go there, and if you have doubt in some questions, let's say if you want to explore more in certain questions, you can sit with your TA and then try to maybe create your own question. It is one of the things. Right now what we feel is there are so many questions which you might see, and it might not be easier at the end when you will be you we must have other courses as well, right? Instructor is in some colleges TA is instructor. So in, let's say if you are in IITM campus, a TA would be your instructor. So instructor is basically directly connected with the professors, and then the instructor. So this is what is, and what I am referring to as a TA would be a student who is uh, doing the teaching. Okay, so I am an instructor who is teaching you about the life session and all, and then uh, your TA would be a student who is still studying and also teaching. So it will be a senior kind of. In normal college, you would call him a senior. So he is helping you out. Okay, so this is a TA. An instructor is who is creating the questions, asking you the quizzes, and also this is basically the instructor's role, what we have in this degree. Okay. Uh, yes, yes, I am the instructor. Okay. Now, uh, one request. You dark themed class.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, wait, wait. What is dark theme? I didn't understand.
I am unable to find the data which is needed to complete graded assignment.
You are okay. I'll just come to that. Give me 2 minutes and then I'll come to that. Okay. Uns.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Oh, it is not possible. Kalyan. Dark background is not possible in the people. It is what it is. Okay. Uh, but yeah, so here when I am teaching, I prefer dark mode. So I'll be showing you the in the darker uh, part of the thing. So let's come to that after. Okay. Now, so what I was saying. So first, try to watch the lecture. Along with that, try to do the activity question. Now, if you are done with lectures and activity question, then go ahead with the practice assignment. When you are done with practice assignment, then go to the graded assignment. Okay, so this is what we have. We will have around 3 instructor session, and there might be two or three TA session. So this session is on Friday. You might already seen the calendar maybe. So Friday, Saturday, and Monday is what instructor session will happen. And so you are talking about summary session. Either one can be a summary session. So we are open to discussion with you. So open session is mostly which we call, or if you want to talk about something, we can talk about those questions. So this will be the idea. And right now, in this session, I'll try to cover the most of the part of the content which is covered in week one of this course. We'll try to do that maybe. So if it's possible, we'll try to cover it more. I have created one doc which might be helpful for you guys. So I'll just share you the link. So how many of you uh, know about GitHub? You can just give me a raise of hand. Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, right. So you guys know. Good. I believe many people know about it. So what I do is I teach other courses as well. Yeah, not you. Yeah, okay. Good. Good. So I teach other courses as well. So what I do is I give the GitHub link or the GitHub repo. There I keep the content so that it is easily available to all, and then they can all the students can just see it. So for this course, this is one of the repo which you should be seeing right now. So go to this repo. I've shared the link in the chat. If it is possible, we can pin it. Uh, I don't think there is option for pinning in this. Anyway, just go to this link, try to open it. Whoever is new to it, just open it and see what is there. I'll come to that and I'll share my screen, and then we can see that in this GitHub repo. Whenever I'm teaching, I'll be focusing on this. I'll just show you this content. I'll try to create one doc, where we'll be discussing the important points or notes, I would say, about that particular week. So this will be ideal for my session. There are other instructors as well. They might have any other approach to teach. Okay, so they can teach you in their. Okay, now as unsaid, when you go to this particular repo, uh, live streaming. Yeah, I'll share the live. Yeah, try to go there and try to see there is something called data set written over there. So if you go to that, uh, there are two things. So there is one repo, and then inside that repo, there should be a basic.md file. We have talked about the data set there. I'll do some changes there. Okay, so right now you might see a data set written over there, and it is not clickable at this moment.
Yes.
So now I will change something. This is a MD file which you are looking at right now, markdown file. It is basically, you might have seen something like PDF file or something. It is also something similar, but it is writable. You can just write it there and use it. Okay, so I
Sir,
have just changed the.
sir, can you please share your screen?
Okay, I am not sharing right now, but yeah. So go ahead, try to click on the link. I want you guys to see that first, and then I'll come to that. Have you opened the link? So that you, most
Yeah.
importantly, I want you to open it so that you can get the link of the data set, and then you can, if you want, you can go. Have you guys, anyone, just tell me if you have opened it.
Yes, sir.
Uns, yeah. Have you opened
Yes,
it?
sir.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes,
have
sir.
you seen there is something called
Yes, sir.
data set written over there, and it should be a clickable link. Can you click it? Anyone is able to click it? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So when
Yes,
you click
sir.
it, you will go to a folder. There the data set whatever you will be using in this course are there.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
I
Sir, I
got it.
joined. Sir, I joined late. What is going on, sir?
You joined late. There is a YouTube streaming link which is shared. You can just go there and watch what happened there, right? It is available in the YouTube. It is streaming right now.
Okay, okay. Now I can
Where
watch
can
it.
we find the data sets?
Yeah, you can watch it. Yes.
Sir, after clicking the link, I got there and it is showing introduction to datasets.
Yes. So whatever the data set you are seeing, mainly 4 or 5 are there. It will be used in this course. So you'll be using that, and then you can do the assignments and other thing, the questions, what are there in the course, right? You can do that. You can use
Okay,
that
sir.
data set. Now, yes, common data. Yes, should be common data. Yeah. Now I'll just share my screen. Hopefully, it is visible right now. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yes.
Let me close this, and if I am logged out, please tell me. Okay. I am still there. You're able to see the
Yes,
screen.
sir.
Yes,
Cool.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Right. Okay. Nice. So uh, this is the content which I want to cover right now. This is the data set which we were talking about. If you go to this particular URL, you can just right click on it and open a new tab, and this common data will be there. One of the major thing, it got, I guess, configured little wrong, is when you go to the scores dataset, this folder, there is one there's one missing card, I guess, grade card 12th. It is not there in this list. This is missing, right? So don't no need to worry too much about it. We have one PDF, so scores PDF here. So these are the rows or entities given there. So 12, 11. So 11. This is not there. So you can just use this as the reference. Okay. The This is called a row. This guy. So line number 13 is a row, and this our part. So card number will be a column. So column, and this is a row. So this full thing is a column, if you can just understand. This card number is, it can be also called variable because it is varying, it is changing, right? This card number is changing. Name can also be a variable, it is changing. Gender can also be a variable. So one card number can store multiple values, or it can change or vary, right? So it is called basically a variable. Are you getting it? So these are the terms which you should be focusing on right now. You might have not seen, so if you are coming from a background where you have not seen computers, uh, you are mostly working with pen paper, you are working with mostly theoretical sense and all, it will be a little change from what you are hearing right now. So here there are certain words which are used to tell you that this thing exists. That means, particularly, let's say, if you are working with something, so if you go to some other town, uh, language is one of the thing which is trending right now. You might know. Uh, what happens is, sometimes you need to learn some new language to understand what is going on there, right? Here, this computational thinking course will help you to understand how languages throughout works. Okay, what do you mean by that? How throughout works? What do you mean by that? That means, basically, this course will tell you there are many languages or programming languages which have same kind of nuances. Nuances means, uh, it might have same kind of, just like said I said, variable. So in C is a programming language. Python is a programming language. Any other language. In every language, you will call it a variable. So the nuances means, for example, in normal kind of languages, you might uh, learn grammar before the language, right? So if you are learning, let's say, English, before learning English you might understand the grammar also. So if you want to talk in English, you might also understand first that are the words how words are made, how you are creating a certain word, how are you talking to someone. So if there are two per person, how will you talk? You first learn the grammar or the nuances about that. Here also, you will be learning the same kind of nuances, which can help you to learn the programming language. So, for say, in the coding world, in a better way, in a easier way, whenever you are going for a new language. Here, you are coming. Maybe there are many people who have already done. Or they have already coded in programming languages, they might also get to know about the little nuances which they might have not seen. Yeah, so this course is basically for all the people who want to learn about the, let's say, in naive word, it is a grammar of programming. Okay, this will help you in big time whenever you are working with the coding paradigm. Okay, so but it is not it is, this course is not asking you to code directly, but it is asking you to understand how code works. Okay, so this is what it is going on. Let's I've just distracted you guys somewhere else. Now let's come back to the thing. So this is one of the things somebody was just pointing out in the mail, so I just thought you should know. So you can go to Scorespedia, and you can just see all the data, row and column. Row will be, so let's come back to this part. So one card we'll see. So this is looking like this. If you have already seen the lectures, you might understand what is going on here. So name, a variable which has some value. Gender, a variable which has some value. uh, Date of birth is some variable which has some value. Town, and similarly this is also a variable, but it is not written over there. It is a sequence number. It is not written here, but it is there in the PDF. So but still it is a variable. It changes, right? Variable particularly means varying, right? But this is not done. So there are sometimes you will see a constant variable. So well, it is not a good idea to use constant and variable together, but it is like that. So what happens is, let's say, sometimes you have to store some data. Right now we are storing some data, let's say name. So name can change, right? It can be this
Hello, sir.
Bhuvnesh or, yeah.
Sir, if I have doubts, like some question here, it is solved.
A doubt about this particular card, or
No, sir, like question, graded assignment. No, sorry, weekly assignments.
yeah, you must have a discussion forum, right? Isn't it?
So, sir, I thought this session is about like doubts or.
Yeah. If you want, I can take your doubts only. I won't teach. It is good for me. What do you want? So you want
No,
me
sir, I have a
to?
doubt in a question, sir. I can share that.
Okay. So see, what I have planned is I wanted to teach about the content of this week one. If you want, I can just take your question, take your queries, and then we can wrap up. Maybe,
So
or
to
we can
summarize,
just complete this and then we can take the
so
doubts.
to
Okay, sir.
summarize, and then we can take the questions.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I was saying. So this name, this name can change. It is not certain that you will be using same name for all the cards. It is not feasible or good, right? You have great card, but it cannot be possible for a class to have. It can possible. It is possible, obviously, but it is not practical to have same name of everyone in the class. It can be possible, but it is not practical. Now, so name can change. It is okay, but tell me one thing. So, do if you have to write something like maximum marks or minimum marks, can maximum marks, which has set by authority, can maximum mark uh, change? So let's say the maximum mark for this subject is 100. Nobody can score more than 100. Can it change for anyone in any card? Is it
No, sir.
possible? No, right? It is not possible. You won't be able to change it. When it is set, it is set. You cannot change it. That means it is a constant value. And because it has been set to you as a max mark equal to 100, this becomes a variable encoding, right? So this is also a variable which remains constant, but there are other variable which changes also. So two kinds of variable you might see, right? So in all the programming language, mostly you will see something similar. So this is what you might have seen. If you have seen the lectures, you might have seen in them. uh, Similarly, I have tried to cover these things. It is a very long doc for now. uh, I was trying to create a little smaller one, but yeah, it became a little long. I'll try to cover it, and then we can take a little bit out at the end. So first of all, about dataset. What is dataset? It is about data. You have joined this degree, or you are in qualifier levels. How many of you are in qualifier level right now? Just raise your hand. If somebody is not raising, I would suggest, yeah. If somebody is not raising, they are not even listening. Okay, okay, yeah. So now, when you joined this degree, you might have heard about the name called BS degree in data science. By now, you should be knowing what is data, right? Uh, it has been 5 years, or almost six. Almost six. It will be completing the 6 years of this degree. Uh, I guess in most of the families now, people know what is data. uh, in simpler, well, I was talking to some professors and some other people. uh, so they tell me data is everything. Wherever you see, it is a data. If there's nothing also, that is also a data. So basically, if somebody is not raising the hand, is also becomes a data that these part of the people are not raising. If let's say somebody is raising hand, that is also. If somebody is just on mute, is also a data. It can become a data. So there are many possibilities of defining data and how it. But one thing is constant: it is stored somewhere, right? It is stored in maybe a set, or in maybe a box or something, maybe, yeah. So data set, what we call, is a collection of data, uh, structured data mostly. There are unstructured data as well, but when we talk about a row and column, we will be talking about structured data, where the data can be called off uh, with a key value pair, maybe. Key value pair means, uh, if I know the roll number of someone, let's say roll number 1, I can get the detail of that particular student, everything about it. So this is a key value pair which is structured data or collection. If there are multiple of them, then it becomes a collection. On similar grounds, we when we call for row and column, we also call them records and field. There are so many things I'm just trying to convey to you. Hope it is not overwhelming right now. So you will talk about in data. When you go to data science, you will talk about row and column. Also, sometimes when you come to programming side, you will talk about records. You will talk about fields. So there is some languages which store the data in row and column manner, and you will see them called as record and fields. So for example, it is written. So data set is usually made of records, and each record consists of fields. I tell you to try to understand from here. So if somebody is saying record, now in sense of row and column, now if somebody is saying record, each row consists of field with name and value. How are you understanding? How in a way of row and column? How are you understanding? Which part of the thing can store the fields? It is a row or column. Anyone?
Sir, row.
Row, right? Yes, correct. Nice. So you are getting it. So you're storing some data, and it can be name, value, or anything. So there are multiple things which. So these are the four particular data set you might be seeing. So scores data set, paragraph word data set, shopping bill, and train. Train data set will come in the later part of this. So you might not go there. So three are important. Uh, Train will come later. Okay, so these are the data set which we are using, and then we talk about something called variable, right? If you have seen something just now previously for the 10 minutes, we were talking about something similar. What is variable? Variable, in certain, if we have to define it in words, so a variable is a name given to a value, any value, and this keeps on changing as the computation goes on. So why I'm saying changing? Because this is a variable, it varies. Now, also I said it can be constant. So marks uh, can change from 95 to 100, but maximum marks won't change, even though computation or the loop changes. I said loop. What is loop? What do you mean by loop? Somebody might have heard about looping through songs. You might have seen somebody saying, "I'm
That
hearing this
is
song on
going
loop."
on.
Repeat the version of something. What you said?
Something that is going on.
Yes, correct. So
Repetition.
correct. Yes. So if we talk about loop, there is something similar named as iteration or iterator coming back and doing the task. So iteration is something which you might know. Iteration means looping through something. So let's say I tell you to jog in a stadium uh, for maybe 1,000 meters. Yeah. So 1,000. Your stadium size is only for 300 meters. Now you have to loop through the stadium to complete 1,000 meters. But you you see, right? I said 1,000 meter. I said something which you cannot cross. You have to do the looping. You have to run around the stadium. You have to do the iteration, but you have to stop somewhere. That means I am saying, even though you are running for 300 meters multiple times, you have to stop somewhere. That means I am filtering it. So you cannot go beyond 1,000 meter. So that is basically filter. You stop right there. Filter uh, the decision of iteration. Are you getting something? So is there any doubt right now?
No,
Oh,
sir.
yeah. So
No,
cool.
no,
So
sir.
right. So these are the three things you might see in the lectures. Also, you might get to know more there. But I try to create some example which will be helpful for you. So now I said a variable will vary, it will change, and then I said it is constant. So this is the example. I have just discussed it, but you can just read it through. So I named it. It as an extra. It is not in the content, I believe, but somebody said that please cover this also, so that I'll just uh, add it here. So constant versus changing variable. I didn't find the name. It is literally both word are doing the same stuff. So variable means it will vary. Changing means also changing. So both the things are same, but I had to name it something. So to make it clear, so constant versus changing value. For the example, maximum marks I have already taken. So you can just read it through. I have already defined you how it works. So maximum marks 100. Highest score can change. So from zero it can change to anything else. So it is changing. So this is one of the variables. This is the variable, right? And this is the value. So it is sometimes in most of the programming language it is called as key, and this can be called as value. Not here, but in the programming languages which you have already maybe seen. Okay, let's come back to the two pointers which we discussed right now. An iterator is a variable that allows traversal or repetition. Somebody said repetition through element of a data set one by one. Okay, so just like I said, so if I said 1,000 meters, that means three times of the same circle, right? So in data set, if you talk about data set, so three rows it will cover, and it will do the same task three times. Okay, it will do the traversal, and the variable, the iterator, will change, or it will change the data, right? So example, one of the example is moving through each student marks in a score data set. So you can just keep the marks as variable, and that is called as an iterator. Okay, uh, have you got it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
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 Yeah, cool. Very good. Then we come to the filter. Filtering can be done in multiple ways. So filtering is basically to stop at certain point which you want. So if, let's say, if you don't want somebody that is not a topper, you can just give a filter that uh, give me scores of only those people who have scored less than 80. This can be a filter. There can be if we are talking about score data set, so there can be student who have scored more in mathematics, but not well in chemistry, maybe, or physics, whatever. So you can keep a track of that. So if somebody has scored, let's say, more than 70 or 80 in mathematics, and they have scored 30 around, maybe less than 50 in chemistry, give me the set of that data. So I am using multiple scenarios and combining it together and then creating a filter. Filter can be anything. So if you have worked with Excel sheets, or you might have worked with, maybe, you are young generation. I believe you are young generation people. You also have phone, right? Let's say I tell you to you have multiple movies in one of the folder. I tell you to list out the movies which, from which the name start with A. Okay, how will you filter it? When I say how will you filter it, I am saying filter it, right? You will filter it. You just click on that A, that it start with A and all. You can just see it in the phone, if it is possible. It is possible nowadays, maybe. Yeah. So it is filtering. You know these things in real life mostly. I believe you know these things in real life, and these are there, still there. It can be used in the coding paradigm. Okay. So these words, try to remember these words. Uh, you might be asked something related to in the activity questions. Okay. One of the description I have written here. So first you have to initialize something. Have you seen? Have you guys seen the codes till now? Give me a thumbs up, maybe. Have you seen the coding questions in the, yeah, in the week one? Yes. Yeah. Good. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
something similar. Uh, something similar. Which Something similar which I tried to write it down here. So first is initialization step. You might know what is initialization, right? So you start off, you write something, you say, from here we will start off and then do the other things. So initialization step would be arrange all the card in a unseen pile or deck. That means in the starting you have some data set with you that is not seen yet. It is still there with you. You are just about to start, so you should have a deck of card or something, or pile of card. Okay, unseen or seen, you can see it, but yeah, it is starting off. You're starting off with that. Then continue or exit. If there is no more card in this unseen pile, we exit. That means your cards are finished. You have done every iteration or something in that. and you're done with this, then you can just exit from there. Or if there is some card left, you can just continue watching those cards. Okay, so that's why I'm saying continue or exit. Okay, the third step mostly be repeat the step. If you have seen a card in the deck, pick that card, perform some operation, and then if it is done, you can move it to some other pile, or you can just move it apart from the data set which you were using right now. Okay, and then go back to the second step. Again, check if it is there, continue. If it is completed, you're done. Exit with that iteration. Now, if you are still confused, try to read it and understand yourself. It can be so. See, I didn't wanted you to know everything in one class, but this is the demand, right? We have lesser time. We have to understand it, and then we have to do the assignments and all. So that's why I'm taking so many things together. If you get overwhelmed, please tell me that, sir, that's it. Aaj ke liye itna. Okay, you can just tell me there. Okay, yeah. So till now, I have talked about data set. I've talked about variable. I've talked about iterator. I've talked about filtering and also talked about iteration. The third pointer is about the iteration only. So same thing. I will not focus too much about it, but I'll just tell you there are few filtering conditions which you should know, and, or, and not. Okay, operational or logical operation operator you would know about if you have done, maybe I'm not sure if you have done uh, these practicals and all in it. You might have done, right, in college. Or how many have you done practicals and know about logical operators?
Yes, sir. I have no.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so
Yes,
good.
yes, sir. I
So
know.
this is the same thing which yeah, which you will be using in here also. Here also, so it will be and, or, and not. So you have to understand where you will use it. So not, they might have different signs, but the logic will be same. So uh, in different languages there are different way to write and there are different ways to write or and as well as not. So in Python, I would give you example. So basically you would write maybe, so I'll write in this URL maybe. So in Python, you might write this maybe. I'm not sure. Not equal to can be there. This is one of the things. Uh, this is also used somewhere in Java and JavaScript, I guess, as AND operator. This is also AND operator. Uh, these pipes are also used as OR operator. Double pipe can also be used as OR operator. So there are many ways to write it, but the idea remains the same. How you will filter and, or, and not. So this is one of the things. So one example is marks. Just like I said previously, taken the example, marks can be greater than, and gender can be female. Okay. Okay. Uh, I, there's some if you have not seen the flow chart yet, it will be a new thing for you. But yeah, I'll come to flow chart. Before that, I want you guys to know about data type as well. Now, so you have seen how data is stored in data set, how data is used in variable, how data can be used to filter out, how it can be used to iterate. But you might have seen something which is little uncommon. So let's go back to the scores data set. So let's open any of the card here. uh, you might see not all of them are similar looking values. It is something is saying Haris, that is an English word. Something is saying number. So mathematics 62, it is a number. There's something that has both number as well as a English word or English word only. Yes, it looks like a sentence also. So, but yeah, so both there are many things written over there with the values. I would say a word called type. Are these type of value similar or not? No, right? All of them are not similar. How will you identify them at what is what? How will you understand them what is what? In normal English grammar also, you try to identify what is what. In one of the data set you might also see it. So if you go to paragraph words data set, hope it opens. So in paragraph words data set, you will see some words written over there, but it also says something about the word. What is this? It says it is a pronoun. You understand that, yeah, this word, this word used here can be identified. I'm using the word identified, can be used to identify what it is. So in English grammar, this his is called as pronoun. If we are doing something in English grammar like this, why don't we do it in the programming language? We have to identify which kind of uh, value are we storing in. So it will be easier for our computer to understand what value is stored where, and in place of which value I should store what, for it making it little clearer. So let's say if I am uh, storing a data type X, I have to store a data type X again so that it will match the condition. That, yeah, I told you to only use data type X and you have used that. Otherwise, sometime what will happen, uh, if you use data type Y, it can crash your program. It can broke your code. It can just uh, do the hacker stuff and you're done with the program, right? So to avoid that, there is something called data type. I created a so interesting story, but yeah. So this is a data type. Intro to data type. You might have seen this word in your lectures. What is data type? By associating the data type with data element, we define when we specify a variable's type. We just so I'm just reading out whatever I've just explained. I'm just reading out here. So we describe constraint on the value it can store and valid operations can be done in that. So yeah, this point I didn't cover. So just to briefly tell you what it means. Let's say you have a type which can do the uh, sum numbers, right? You have number. That number, let's say 2 can be multiplied by 2. So you can do that operation, multiplication operation you can do. But let's say your name is there, right? You cannot multiply your name, right? You cannot say multiply name from serial number 1 to serial number 3. It will be a vague idea, right? It is not a good thing to do, and it will create many wrong kind of name. Maybe you can just try it out in the chat. Maybe you can try it out, one or two names. It will be a very bad idea to multiply. Okay, let's come back to data type. So main important thing, a variable will store some data that can be defined as a type of data. What is the type of data and what kind of operation can be done? Operation basically the multiplication operation, addition, and something, whatever the operation you might know. So these operation can be done. So this is basically what data type will incur or have. There are majorly you will try to understand three to four data type, which you should know right now. There are many. They call it data structure also. When you go forward from here, you will get to know. So there are major things. So first of all, it is a boolean. Boolean takes only two kind of values, true or false. uh, it can have and operation or operation not operation. So if you have seen this before, you might know. If it is for the first time, sorry about it. But, yeah, this is how it is. I will give you example about it, but yeah, so just for reading sake, I'm just reading it here. I'll give you example of boolean. True and false, it takes only two values, true and false. T and F, you can just say. The other one is integer. Integer basically, you might already know, 1 2 3 4, and in the same minus side as well. So it can take, integer can take any mathematical operation, plus, minus, multiplication, divide. So bigger than or smaller than, and percentage. Percentage is basically mod. Uh, if mod is something you will know later. And when you do something, so it can give you a result that can become either integer or it can become a boolean. So let's say if you ask for marks greater than 70, it can give you a result of true or false, right? So that's why I've written boolean here. The result type would be a boolean, right? uh, and similarly on this, so it will be true or false. That's why it is boolean. And but it can also will have 3 plus 5 can become 8, so it gives you an integer value. On the similar ground, when you talk about some English characters or some value, you talk about characters. When I said character, that means yes, characters. Alphanumeric values from A to Z in capital letters, from A to Z in small letters. Because we are using English language here, uh, and most of the programming language uses English. That's why alphanumeric we have written. I have written ABCD only. There are few languages which can take other languages as well, I guess. So don't get offended. Okay. And this can also, when I say alphanumeric, that means numeric also, number 0 to 9. You can also take that. So these are called as characters. So A is one character, B is one character, C is one character, 0 is one character. So something similar. So this is how you store this data type. So it can be a uh, uh, maybe, so yeah, so male female you just saw, right? M and F, it can become a character data type. Okay. Now when you combine these characters or use them as something productive, let's say name, Haris or something, what we have seen, that becomes a string. String means you just connect the dot and it becomes something productive or realistic, right? So combine characters and become a string. So the other data type is string, sequence of characters. So char, a string. This is one of the examples. Uh, the result type, both of them mostly be boolean. So it is there or not. So boolean is true, false, something. So yes or no, or this correct or not. This, that's why result type would be boolean. Mostly it happens like that. So give me one example I would give you. So he is a male or not, right? So it can be yes or no kind of scenarios. This is what I can think of right now. If there is something other result type, you can just tell me if you get it. And there is one thing, last thing, special characters are also used. We try to avoid them because just I said, in programming language this can become and also, right? This is mod. This is maybe when you work with uh, JavaScript or Jinja. These are the programming language. Their dollar is used to write the code for them. So we try to avoid these things. But yeah, these are special characters. These are called as special characters. They can be used also in programming languages to search something or something. There are many things. Till now, are you with me? Are you guys not sleeping? Hope.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
With you, sir.
I thought I was just
Yes,
speaking
sir.
and it was a good sleeping session. Okay. Okay.
Sir,
Let's
when you
come
take
back.
questions,
Yeah. Sorry.
when you take questions,
Uh, Tell me the question. Man. Yes. Tell me what is the question.
I can share it.
Share it means you want to
Screen
share the
share.
screen.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you can share it. Try to share it maybe. If it is possible for you to share, then try to.
Or not are same as we studied in class 12.
Sorry.
And not logical operator are same as we studied in class 12. Physics,
Yeah. Yeah, you might have. I just
semiconductor.
forgot, man. I don't know when 10 years ago I studied. I guess I just forgot
I
when
posted
it
in
was
sir
there.
chat section. Sir,
Okay.
chat section.
Uh, so many messages here. So what is the question about? Can you just tell me? There are so many messages. I will take time, I guess, to go down.
So this is picture, like a flowchart.
Yeah. What is your doubt? Can you just tell me?
I did not understand the question, sir. Like, how can solve it? Process.
You're directly asking me the question to solve. Okay.
No, sir. Explain me the process.
That is basically the thing, right? Okay.
Can I
Yes,
do
sir.
it?
Yes.
Yeah. If somebody is saying the message, please. There are. Because I'm trying to see it, but
How to approach it?
let me get there, man. I not.
Sir, it's the latest message. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So cannot zoom it. Which part of the question is it? So it is from the practice assignment, is it? Or
Yes, this
uh,
is from practice assignment.
okay, try. You have time, right? I guess we have time till Wednesday, or it is available throughout. You can just see tomorrow also we will have a session. There you can ask if you still didn't understand this. Try to do it by yourself. You take time for one day. If you still didn't understand, you can just come to tomorrow's session and you can take that. Okay, it will be good, I
Sir,
think,
one
right?
more doubt. Like, how many types
Yeah.
of sessions are there? Like TA session, instruction session, open session. Like, what is difference between them?
In the starting itself, I said so. Instructor session will be mostly about the part of the week where we have the content delivering, and also we can solve your doubts. TA session will be a important session where you can just directly talk to your seniors and then they can help you about the particular question which you can ask.
Okay.
Session is mostly about advice, and you can just take advice, and then also if you have any doubt you can just talk to them. Those are the students which are teaching in the TA session, so it will be easier for you to also connect with them. That is the TA session. An instructor will be a teacher who is teaching you about the content mostly, and then if you have doubt you can just ask about anything related to the course. So this is how I can just uh, differentiate both the sessions. So hope it is answering your question. Yeah, so should I continue?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes.
So the major part which you should know by now is covered. Now, little bit extra. What we should know to complete this week. Three things. First of all, we talked about. I'll just revise what we done. So first of all, we talk about data set, iteration, filtering. What was that? Variable, and then how data are stored in the variable, values, keys, row, record, field, uh, and then the data type. Now I have just told you few data types which you can see and you'll be using mostly in this course. But in a better way to understand data type, you should also know about some subtype of these data types. So what do you mean by subtype? Why are you calling subtype? Just right now I've just heard about data type and now you are talking about subtype. Why? So these subtype can be considered as what you are seeing in the data set in the schools. So what you are seeing is marks. Marks can be a subtype of something. Something means what? Marks can marks is not itself a data type, but it is a subtype of integer, isn't it? Marks can have value from 0 to
Yes, sir.
100, right? But marks is not any data type which you will see in any program. You are creating it. So that means it is a subtype of the basic data types which we have seen. Give me a second. Okay, so marks is one of the subtype of integer. How it works? Mostly you will be so. Uh, Whatever I've remembered, just I have listed out that in the operation. You can see yourself, and then you can try it out. Any other things is there. So range is, range. I just told you about that jogging thing in the stadium. You have a range, right? 1,000 meter only. So something similar. A range is like that, from 0 to 100. It is still a integer, but it will be a marks subtype of the data type. Okay, and the operation it will take greater than, lesser than, and equal to. It can be equal to something, and the result it can give you in both ways. It can be a true false thing, also it can be a marks also. So let's say, uh, I'll give you example for boolean. You guys give me example for marks, how when it will give me the marks. So for boolean, let's say, uh, mathematics marks is more than 70, then you will get the result yes or no. That is boolean type, that is true or false. Any example which you can think of which can give you a result in marks value? Yeah, anyway.
The minimum marks for the class in maths.
Yeah, but yes, okay, yes, this is also correct. So if you loop through, you will get at the end the value would be, let's say, somebody has got 34. Yeah, it can give you a result type as marks, subtype data type. Okay, yeah, this is okay. One thing. Now second would be count. You will use count many a times. uh, Count is basically, you set a trigger or something. That means how many, I'll take one example. So if you are riding a bike, maybe, so you have to do 10 trips. Okay, 10 trips of certain location. So you count it. So first, when you are about to start, it is the count is 0. You go to 1, you come back, it is now 1. Then you go and come back 2. So this incrementation is basically one of the types, right? So this is also a subtype of integer. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You might not do 2.5. it is wrong. Don't do that, because it won't be integer anymore. Uh, if it is, let's say, 2.5, I guess not written it here, but in some programming languages, it is called as float value. Okay, some, if there is dot 2.5 point 5 something, so it is float, not integer anymore. So integer would be only 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. So count is also a subtype of integer data type, which you can use. Again, similar operation, greater than, smaller than, equal to, and then again count can be the result, or boolean can be the result. So in one of the codes, you can also get the count at the end, and in one of the codes you can also get the value which can say true and false. So it's up to the code which you will get. And yeah, arithmetic operation you will do here, mostly you will do, because you have to count it, right? It basically says count, so plus, minus, multiplication and divide, it's up to you, uh, sometimes, but mostly plus or minus you will do. So that means these operation will not be done in any accordance to the code, but you have to do plus and minus. I have to maybe remove plus and minus one. Mathematics, I basically meant arithmetics, not do multiplication and divide. So I'll just maybe edit it. Yeah, it is not mandatory, but I would ask you all to create a GitHub account. Okay, so maybe it will be helpful in later part of the course. So at least you know how. In by course, I mean in later part of your level, maybe in diploma level, you will know about it.
Sir,
Other levels, yeah,
Sir, I
sir,
already
can
have.
yeah, okay, it's good. Who has who has not created it? Like, try to
sir,
create it, and yes.
sir, can I open my GitHub account through my student email ID?
Yes, yes, you will. So you all will, if you have student email ID, you will
Yes, sir.
all will get many free things. You can get many free courses. There is something called student developer pack which you can use. If student ID is active, you can use that. It will be a very, it will be a gem kind of thing for you. Go ahead and try to
Okay,
use it.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, can you please explain the GitHub? What is all the things like code, blame, preview, main? I don't know what is a GitHub.
Yeah. It is not, right now, it is not your concern. I'm just using it as a pad, maybe. So this is some people will use PPT, some people can use their notepad, they can use many things, right? So just like that, I am using this as a pad, so that I can, it will be easier for me to make you understand, and it will be easier for you to see these things. So that's why a cleaner version which we can see, that's why I'm using GitHub right now. If you want to know about GitHub, uh, I have created a few videos. Uh, that is for some other course. That I can share, and you can watch that. A little smaller video, which you can see and try to understand how to start off with GitHub. So
Yes, sir. Please
Ye-
share that.
yes, sir. Can you please share the link?
okay, okay. In the end, I'll just share with you guys. Okay. Okay.
So in the
Uh,
future, we would be learning about GitHub in the course.
in diploma level, you will need it. Without this, it won't be any good idea.
Okay,
So
sir.
if you go to programming side, when you come to app dev, you will need GitHub. Otherwise you will get lesser marks. I will cut marks there. So you should know GitHub, and it will be a good idea to start off right now. It is okay to start off. Okay. After that, There is one more, gender. You already seen how can be a subtype. It is subtype of character uh, data type, male or female. Mostly it is equal to which we will be using, and the result will be true or false. So that's why Boolean result type. The last one is string subtype. So multiple are there. You just see the score. I've used mostly score dataset. So name, word, category. These kind of arithmetic, not arithmetic, alphanumeric values, or only alpha values which you will be using are called as string subtype. So name can be a subtype of string dataset, words can be subtype of string dataset, and category can also be a subtype of string dataset. Now, so then there are some other. So these are basic ones which you can just see. Then after that, you can create or transform those data type. So date is one of the version which you have seen in the marks or scores card. It has zeroth, sorry, it has integer value as well as English value. Okay, so this is what you can set off. So range, because this is date, it can be set to from 0 to 365. It has a range. You cannot go beyond 365. Uh, why 365? Because we are starting off at 0. Is it correct, or you can go ahead till 366? How many days are there in the year?
365.
365.
I'm taking it as a
365,
leap
sir.
year.
366.
366.
360.
I'm taking, yeah, good.
Normally 365 in a leap year, that is the 366.
Yes. So now it start off with 0 and then goes on till 365 because I'm taking a leap year. Now it can start off with 1 also, but in most of the programming language or in computer science we start off with 0. So right now I'm writing it 0. It can be possible that I can also take 1. That is okay, but mostly we'll take from 0. Range, our range will start from 0 only in programming. Somebody was speaking. Okay, let's go ahead. The operation type mostly be printing some date. It can print. I'm not sure what to type here. So yeah, I've just written greater than equal to. Not sure how it can be, but yeah. Anyone can think of a scenario where we can say greater than equal to here.
Date is
And
greater
when
than
we are
first
comparing
number.
two things, and when we compare two things like some marks or some details, then we can use this law.
Yeah, maybe that is also, but mostly we don't compare dates. But yeah,
And
so
dating, I'm saying marks. When we compare marks of two
no,
people.
so here the value what we are talking about, it is from the scores data set. So it takes one jan as a full uh, data type. Now
Hmm.
how will you compare one jan with one feb?
Which
How
come
will you tell what is greater?
Lesser than equal to.
How will you tell that?
like which date come first or which date come
Sir,
last?
I have
Yeah,
a doubt.
if yes, yes.
Sir,
Sir, can you
So we
try
can
to
use the
elaborate
assigned
this?
value to compare.
One by one. Yeah. Who has the doubt? Just tell me what was the doubt.
Sir, the
So we
base
can
value of
use the assigned
0 is
number.
equal to 1 gen. अगर हम इसे आगे तक ले जाएंगे तो वो चीजें एक्सटेंड होंगी, तो हम उसे इलेबोरेट कैसे करेंगे कोड में?
Extend. What do you mean by extend? It can only go till 365.
In a
So
leap
you
year
mean to
there are
say how
366
can
days,
he
na?
calculate greater than 31?
How will you calculate? You don't have to
So
calculate.
he mean to say that how can we calculate just take an example, if we I want to calculate first April, how can we assign the value?
It will be from here. So it start off with 1st Jan. The value is 0th day of this year, and then first day, second. So if it is April, you can just count it out, and then you can go to that particular April one. So it will be from starting. You can count it out, but it should start with 0th variable name.
Means we have to make all the variables in the code.
Yes, yes. But this is just an imaginary example. You don't have to worry too much about it. Don't worry here. And also, this won't work in your programming
Sir,
language. Just to tell you that.
sir,
Yeah.
lots of programming language have predefined data type that dates. Why do we need a subtype of integer?
You sometimes need, right? It is not required for you to use every time all the data type. So see, even if you are using string data type, you can define your own value, right? So let's say, similar to this, date is not a data type, but when we started off creating data type, it became in Python, it became a library now. So anyone
Yes,
can create their own library. It is possible. In Java, you can create your own SKU. So basically, you can create your own thing. This GitHub is created by somebody. It was not there from the starting, right? It has its own way of writing something, but still it is using Python way of understanding. It is still using the grep or the Linux way of coding, but you can modify it. So let's say if you have a bike, let's say I'm taking it uh, I'm not taking it a full name, but yeah, Splendor is one of the bike. You just modified it. You can modify it, right? Make it
yes.
a Harley Davidson kind of bike. Yeah, you can do it. It's up to you. Or you can just write the Splendor. It's also fine. But if sometimes you need to modify, you can modify it and try to define that as uh, the subtype or data type, whatever you want. But this very main thing you should understand, this is wrong right now, because in most of the programming language, you won't be storing a value in a number or numeric. It is not possible in programming languages, mostly, right? So this is wrong. This is just an example which we can take off. You can create your own example. I'm just delivering you one of the thing which you can just take. It is
Sir,
not
can we use
compulsory to
mathematical operation in
any
date
number you
data
cannot
type?
use as variable name. It is not uh, correct. Yes.
Sir, can we
Still no.
use mathematical operation in date type?
Yeah, that was the thing. So mathematical is not possible. One thing, just somebody just was saying. So I got to understand that we can just compare these values, the values itself, 0, 31, maybe. We can use Boolean. What is greater than what? This is the only way. Otherwise, we cannot use any other operation. It is not possible. It won't be a good idea to add 31 with 1. We cannot add 1 Feb with 2nd Jan. It is not looking correct. Hope it answers it. So we continue. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. As I said, float is one of the data type. You can call in, if you come from mathematics, it is a real number. Real number is basically any number which you can think of and write it mathematical. So real number. Float value is taken from fractional marks. These are the imaginary thing which we have. Just I have just created it. Right? It is not compulsory for you to see it in the lectures also. If it is there, that is cool. Otherwise, you can just keep this that as an example that this can also happen. Now, when we talk about float values, mostly fractional values, so sometimes which can happen is you will get a maybe marks of 62.5 or 62.8 or any other decimal value. So up to 2 decimal or any decimal. It can called as fractional marks or it can called as float data type. Float data type can have a sub data type that is called a fractional marks also. So this might be not there in our uh, lecture, but it can also be possible. Okay, so this is one of the examples. Uh, yeah. So now these two are the things. Uh, they have called it complex data type. Uh, I'll just not call them complex, but a data type which is storing multiple things. Okay, what do you mean by multiple things? What is storing? So as I said, record is one of the things which is used to store something, the value or the multiple fields which we have. On similar ground, there is list of records. There are multiple records that are stored, right? So now, what I'm saying is, there is something called record, and there are multiple records. So one record, two record, three record, four record, and these four record are stored in a list or a box. Maybe you can call it a box. So this is called as list of records. Now, this record can have multiple fields. You already understood that. Now, in that multiple field also, there can be a particular uh, record or field which can say item. This you will see in the shopping data. Something like this item record, right? This is inside the record. This one, the full one. So item name, quantity, unit, price, and total price. So you can see there are multiple key value pair. Four I said right now. There are multiple items such like that. So it can be maybe n number of items. Now, when we talk about item, hope I'm not confusing you right now. So first, let me just reiterate what I said. First of all, we have four records, one, two, three, four, which is inside a list. Now we are going inside one of the records. So one of the record will have a item field which has multiple records in it. So multiple fields inside that. So it is little confusing now. So we take one of the record, list them out, so multiple records, and then something like this.
Sir, it is similar as a list in programming languages.
Yes, it is all yes similar. Yes. So see this, try to configure something. Uh, I have created a list here. This is one of the list. The icon of this, so big capital bracket I've used, and it is ending here. Now, after that, I am using one curly brace. It is ending here. It has bill number 101. It has 102. That means it has two record. This list has two record, 101, 102. And now this record has a field called items. This item has a list of items. Okay,
Yes.
that's where they call it a complex data type. So record, first of all, list, then inside that multiple record. In each record, there are multiple fields. In one of the field, there is a list of multiple records, and this can continue. It can also happen that inside this also there is a field which can take multiple records or list. So it can be a box. Inside that, you might have seen that meme where they give a gift and then they are opening the wrapper, then again wrapper, then again wrapper. So it is kind of that. It is still there, and then at the end you will get something, maybe something like that. It can be one of the examples. If you still didn't understand, go ahead. You should take time, try to read these things, and yeah, if you still have doubt, you can just come back tomorrow. Right now, we have covered what we wanted to understand, the basics. As I said, basics, but still there is something left. We have time, yeah. So I'll take that time. You can take a breather, maybe 1 or 2 minutes. You can just have your water. I want water. That's why actually we talk about something called float. So flowchart. Uh, Two words: flow and chart. Chart is basically mostly you will if you have gone to school. Yeah, hopefully you have gone to school. Uh, when you go to school, they ask you to draw something. You might need a chart. So from there, chart. And when you say flow, English word, it is basically how the flow is working, how the theme is flowing, how you are doing anything. So this is one of the example which we have taken. Before that, we have to understand the grammar of it. So what is flowchart? Flowchart is a graphical representation of an algorithm. You just go ahead and dark, bold. So I would say, so I said algorithm. I would ask you guys to Google about it, try to understand how and what is algorithm, how it got named like that. Right now, for the understanding, you can understand it is representing maybe if way of things happening in a code, okay, and it is repetitive and it will happen for all the codes mostly. So something like that is called algorithm. It will be used multiple times by many people. Okay, used by programmers as a program planning tool. So when I said used by program, it means flowchart. Flowchart is used by programmers as a programming planning tool to solve problems. Okay, before going to solve a problem in code, you create a flowchart. Not after that, not during that. Before going for solving that particular problem. Before that, you create this kind of flowchart that how my thing will happen, how I will start off, how I will end, how I will reiterate through it, how I will see the cards and this and that. You first create a flow chart, how my flow will work, and then the planning needs to be done before, right? Let's say, I'll give you one example. If you go to maybe, if you have to go to maybe a holiday, you first plan things that on 10 a.m. we will reach there. On 11 we will have some snacks and all. Then on 12 we'll go to bus and then go to some that museum and all, and then we'll go to some other part and this and that, right? You first create it previously, try to understand it. Mostly, yeah, you would say that yeah, this won't happen. Kitna bhi planning kar lo, it won't be a big deal. Yeah, it is Indian family and all. But yeah, at least you plan. This is the main thing. You are planning. So that planning is basically the flowchart before the coding. Yeah. Okay. Third pointer is consist of symbols connected with arrows to so when you create a flowchart, you should know what basically what kind of design is telling you uh, what it will do. So there are few symbols you will be using. Should have I'll edit it. Symbols with arrow. These are the two keywords. We will create some symbols and connect them with the arrow to show the flow of data and processing. How data is going through, how data is stored, how data will be checked, how data will be fetched. These are the things. So the process of drawing a flowchart is called flowchart. Very naive approach to naming it, but yeah, this is flowchart. Now, these things written over here, you have to remember it. This can be asked in your quiz or in your and same or whatever. Quiz, right? Yeah, quiz, and also maybe in your assignments. So remember these things and try to uh, understand what is going on. So first of all, a rectangle is there. There is arrow. There is diamond shape symbol. There is oval shape symbol. There is a parallelogram and there is a circle. These are the basic ones. In your portal, you might see these four. These are the four things. Have you guys just ask you, have you guys seen the flow chart uh,
Yes.
yet
Sir.
before coming to the session?
Yes, yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Uh, yeah. So first of all, this rectangle kind of box is about some process being happening. So set of operation that change the value of data. Okay, it will change the variable value mostly. Whenever you see rectangle, a process is happening. It will do something, will do the activity. It will uh, maybe changing is mostly what I can think of right now, but yeah, so it will do something about that variable which you are seeing. The arrow, as I said, it will just show you the way how things will go. So from here to there, will just show that. This is about decision. So diamond shape is about decision. It will check what to do now. Yes, no, something, right? And in the terminal, it will either start or it will end. These four are basically you will be using, I guess. I've added few others, but it's up to you which you can. So I've called it oval. Okay, so this is what I'm calling it a oval. I don't know what do you call it. What will you call it other than oval? Let's see.
Rounded rectangle.
Oval
Yeah.
rectangle.
Round cornered rectangle.
Yeah, you can call it. You can name it. I just named it oval. You can create your own table. Just try to remember these things. Don't confuse yourself. Uh, while I was learning about these things, it was little confusing. I was thinking this one is also a terminal, this rectangle box. So in the starting, it is mostly confusing, but yeah, when you go through it sometime in few weeks, you get a grasp. You can try it out. Whatever name you can give, you can give it, but try to remember this. This is the important things. Okay. I don't wanted to list out disadvantages, but you should also know a little bit maybe. So these are the advantages. Advantages. You can just see it uh, and read it. It's for you to decide it is good or bad. Let's come to the main thing, what we want to discuss. I've taken one task which says find total maths marks of all students from a record sheet. Now, think in your mind, what will you do? I'm saying, give me the total maths marks of all students. So, what do you think? What will happen? So, you have a block, or a seat, or cards pile, or something. Now, what will you do? You will have a iterator going on, right? You will keep on checking each card. You will do check the maths marks, right? So
Sir,
now,
each and every time we will continuously check each and every student's maths marks, I
yes,
think.
yes, but now it is not completing the task there, right? You have to give me the total maths marks of all students. You have to do something which can add those marks. Otherwise, it won't be total. That means you have to
So
store
we
it somewhere.
initialize a variable.
Yes, correct, correct. So, so that you can, it will be easier for you. So let's say if there are 100 cards, it won't be possible for you to remember everything, right? Every card value. So also you have to do one more operation, that is for adding those uh, marks. So let's say first mark is 78, then you have to add 89, then you have to add 93. It will be a little cumbersome process, right? So what you can do is you can create one variable, and it should be in the starting, right? Otherwise, it will be a bad idea to just go ahead in the mid and then forgot what the value, what you have. So it should be in the starting, isn't it? Right or wrong? No,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
right? So
Yes,
we start off with a counter or a variable or iterator that can be stored as something. So something, what we have to do, the summation, right? Addition we need to do. So what should be the value there if we want to sum? Isn't it? It can be 100. How will you start off? Will it be -1? Will it be
We
logical
start
for
with
you to
zero.
store?
so we will start with zero.
Yeah, right. So you cannot use any other value other than 0 right now, because you are adding it, and you have to give the result value as a number or an integer. That's why you will start off with 0 right now. As I have written also, sum equal to 0. This is one thing. Now, one by one, I will check the pile. I will check the first pile, which will tell me the marks of the first student in maths. I will take that and then store it. Now, before going to start of everything and then going for the other things, other cards, if you remember, I said in the starting, you should,
Sir,
sorry,
sir, I think we should start from -1 because may anyone can get 0 2 in maths, maybe.
but let's say if you get -1 and somebody has 78, now the total will have -1. And let's say if it is 0,
Total, sir, zero doesn't affect the total, I think.
correct, yes. We
If
have
we
to
Oh,
start
choose a
with
value
zero,
that,
it doesn't
yeah,
affect the marks.
correct, correct. So we have to choose
yes,
a
sir.
certain value which can not misbehave with the piles data. We don't have to change the data. It shouldn't change anything in the data. We should take that kind of value. So 0 here is one of the correct value which you can take, because we have to do the
Yes.
summation
Okay, sir, I
or
got
the
it.
any arithmetic. Okay. Now one thing I said in the starting while we were discussing, I said that I set a filter, right? I set a filter that you can only run 1,000 meters. Currently, I have not set, I didn't said anything that will stop me in the pile. I will just continue doing that. So now, to make it stop, I have to create a condition, right? Which should stop that particular addition or summation, whatever that is. So before going ahead, I should check, is this the last pile of the card or not? If there is a card there left in the pile or not. If it is not there, let's end it there itself. So these two conditions should be, so first condition uh, should be mostly be how to stop. Whenever you create a flow chart, whenever you are working with a uh, let's say recursive approach or iteration, you should have a stopping guideline in the starting. Otherwise, it will be a very bad idea to start off and then be in a place where you don't know what to do at that. Still looping around and still not, your code is not yet done. So first thing, initialization of something here, because it needs a total, that's why initialization. The other thing would be stopping criterion you have to set. So here, end of the card. If there is nothing in the pile one, just end it there. Now you will pick one card, you will see the math mark, but where will you store it? You have to store it somewhere else, otherwise it will be a repetition, right? Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right? So you
Yes.
will store it somewhere else, that we are calling file 2. So we have to understand, this is very basic and minimal thing, but uh, we need to be cautious when we are starting off itself. When we are starting off, we should know this can happen. We have to understand all, we have to take all the scenario in the condition or consideration. Then we have to approach the full iteration over there. This approach what I am telling you right now, it should be used in your questions as well. Whenever you see your code, the logic is there. You first try to understand what is the initialization happening, write it down somewhere. Then after that, where this iteration or the loop is stopping, the second thing should be noted. And then, are the cards or the any other data set isn't going to the same data set itself or not? If it is going, then the procedure itself is a wrong procedure happening there. The flow is wrong. Okay, so this should be in your mind. Now, so let's come back to the flow chart logic now. So, yeah, so let's come back to the flow chart logic now. We talked about how will we ending, how we will end, and the other part is we will see and check the card, and then move it to the other card, and also along these can be replaced, maybe 4 and 5 can be replaced. You can just see the math marks, add it to the total of this, so 0 plus something, whatever x the value you got, and then store it there, add it there, and move it to the other file. It can be either you can just move to the other file and store it, or both are okay. It's fine. And then you have to repeat the same iteration, third value. So how will you do this? This is do this in flowchart. Start. This is the terminal. Sum initialization step where this rectangle is there. Then you are checking more cards in pile 1 or not. No, then end it. This is the terminal. This is the decision or diamond shape where you are making a decision. If there are more cards, that is yes, true. Then pick the card from X pile, card X from pile 1, move to pile 2, and then add the summation. So this is the iterative step, the loop which is happening. So add it to the sum which you have created here. So sum plus 0, sum equal to 0 plus x. X can be 78 or 73, 74. And then, uh, yeah. So then, if you are done with that, again go to the same thing. Check if it is there or not. And this is one of the flow chart which you can think of. Three pointers I have tried to create. After this session, maybe try to create a flowchart by yourself. These are the three conditions which we want to check. So, if we need only boys' marks, if we need only girls' marks, or both, or separately, whatever. So, you can create one condition or decision and then create a flowchart by yourself. Maybe try to do it by yourself. If you uh, get it, then good. Otherwise, you can ask assessment. Okay. Hope you guys understood uh, till now about flowcharts.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. Till now, I whatever I wanted to cover is mostly covered. Only the part is about sanity of data. Uh, yeah. So we have talked about it. Just about to read it. What I have written here. Data is organized into cards or each storing data item. So this is irrelevant. Now, each card can have multiple element,
Uh,
number or sequence. Yeah,
Sir, sorry to interrupt you. What's the meaning of sanity?
nice. Google it. Sanity.
Cleanliness.
I don't have any other word right now.
Pure.
Sanity is basically. I didn't knew that this is the English class.
Sanity, you can say
No,
it's
sir,
the
I want just
correctness
to
of the
know
Sanitize
data.
this.
करना
What the
sanitize
sanity
करना
of
I think
data refers here.
That is what I was about to tell you. This is basically how uh, clear are you in writing the data. This we have talked already about this. So you cannot write. Uh, so let's say if you have written marks, okay. When I say marks, you will assume it to be in integer, right? Integer means one, two,
Yes,
three, four, right? When I say marks, it will be like that. Yes or no?
yes, sir.
Now, if I say marks and say A9, is this correct?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the sanity part. So you have to maintain the sanity when you say marks and you know that should be a integer or a number value, then you should only store numbers, not store a alphanumeric character, not store a string in there. String means any name, let's say Mark. You have written Marks and then written Haris. Are you considering Haris as a Marks? No, I don't think so.
No, sir.
Right.
No.
So that is what you have to maintain. The sanity should be maintained. I have given few examples. So one of the example is about marks only. Marks must lie between 0 and 100. You cannot go beyond 100. It can also in the number also you cannot write marks as 1,000. right? It should lie between some range that is 0 to 100 mostly. And if you have said that yeah 1000 is the range, then you can write. Otherwise, in common way or common sense, I would only understand that 100 is the maximum number. So this is basically the constraints which you have and which you need to follow comes under sanity. In normal word, I'm not getting correct. I sorry.
Sanness of data.
Whatever you can just call. There are many words for it. Yeah, let's Google it. Spelling I forgot. Sanity. Yeah. So it has said have a healthy mind. So main thing
In
this
general
one.
term, it also refers to purity.
Yeah,
Sir,
yeah, correct.
appropriate.
Yeah. So this word is completely what I agree. So here it means state of being sensible and reasonable. You cannot write any vague term when you are defining a variable that needs to be defined in a certain way. So marks is one of the things which you should. Yeah. Okay. So I guess I have covered all
Sir,
the
do
things.
we have to like note it down all of these in our notebooks?
It's up to you. You can just copy this also. It's in the public domain. You can just copy that and use it. You
Will
don't
this
have to
link
create a note.
be like active after this meeting?
This will be there till my GitHub account is there.
Okay.
If they don't remove the GitHub don't remove me, it is
Okay.
there. Even if so, you should remember my name, Sri Krishna 97. Just
Yep.
search for it and you will get to know about the course. So you will get it.
Sir,
Sir, we are actually, I'm new to GitHub, so I don't know how to use it or like how to create an account. So you are to
Yeah.
give an
Oh, okay.
insight on that also.
Yeah. I want so if somebody is watching this, can you do me a favor? So uh, copy this link. I'll just paste it again in the chat. And uh, copy this and paste it in this chat maybe. So it will be easier for others to just uh, look at. Can you do that? Anyone can just paste it here in the chat so that they can also whoever is seeing they can watch it. They can use the. Yeah. I'll just
sir,
go to.
that chat will go to spam, so you only have to add that.
I have to add it. I don't think it is done. It is there. Or please confirm. I'm new to
Yes, sir,
this
you
chat.
can pin it.
Yeah, you can pin that.
Can I? I don't think I'm not. Uh, I'm not
Sir,
the.
I pasted the link. Can you pin?
Sir is not the admin for the channel.
Yeah, it is. They're not. You can see how the life is. Okay.
Sir, also please share that GitHub
Yeah, yeah,
videos.
I'm just searching.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir? Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Actually, I have understood all the concepts, but I have not understood records and list.
Right now,
Yes, sir. Can you please explain records and list once again?
once again, that is not possible right now. But
Yeah.
in the session itself, I said. Uh, try to read it. So here I have given also summary, as well as I have defined each thing. How I've taken one example, shopping bill dataset example. Try to read it. If you still struggle to understand, please come to the tomorrow's session, and then maybe either me or any other instructor can discuss about recording list. Will it be feasible or?
Yes, sir. Fine, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so
Sir,
yeah,
sir, do we have to make notebooks
notebook about what?
about the things I mean, the things you teach?
Uh, Not, I would not suggest for my class, but I would suggest for the lectures, because I'll just tell you one thing. What happens is, uh, these things are new, the concept are new, and what happens is, there are wording which you may forgot maybe in next week or after that. So try to write it down somewhere so that you can just go ahead before going to the quiz or something. You can just see those wordings and all, because these things you cannot remember everything. This should be clear in your mind. You cannot remember
Yeah.
everything. So it will be a good idea for yourself. You can create notes. From my session, I don't think you will need any notes. I also create docs so that you can use it as your own. So for lectures, I would say yes. There are few words which might be there in the lecture only, and you might not remember it for long. Then you can write it down. So it's up to you how you proceed. What I did was I had created notes, or have created the written notes, pen paper notes. So it will helpful for me.
Sir, I have a question to ask.
Yeah.
Uh, Sir, in lecture course, sir, in course, activity questions. Sorry. Yes,
Yeah.
week one practice assignments. Uh, the question lack in relative information. How to do we use that and interpret information?
Which question is lacking?
Uh, wait.
Can
Week
you
one
share
press.
your screen? Is it possible or no?
Uh,
It's
wait,
disabled.
Okay.
wait,
Uh,
wait.
can you share me the link or the URL of the course? If it is possible.
Sir, I'm sharing.
Okay. So, are you guys able to access the discussion forum, discourse?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So where is data used? Club in the first
And
question,
I'm
what
not part
will
of the
be
discussion
values?
forum. How can I join it?
A, B, C after execution of the following proceed using scores
I'm
data
not.
set
If
and
you
where
are sharing, I'm not able to see it. I guess.
The
wait.
link is in the chat.
Yeah, I tried to open it, but it is not opening for me. I guess I'll just.
Why? So Google sign in with Google uh, tab is open in web.
Is it the first question?
First question is, I mean, the portal is open. Week one practice assignment one, and below question 1 to 3, what will be values of a, b, and c after execution of the following uh, procedure using the scores data set, and where is the score data set, and how we correct, how we do this.
Uh, you have to see the data. You should have access to
No,
data,
I
right?
have no, I have no access any data set. Shopping
I
this
have just
only
shared it.
questions.
I have just shared it in the chat itself. Open so open my GitHub repo and go to the basics.md. The first link, so dataset is written over there, right? So just click on that link, you will get the dataset. Now you can make use of those dataset and try to solve the questions. Also, uh, so from where I can see, you can download the solution for practice assignment, isn't it? Or
Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes,
Yes,
but
sir. We have
yeah, that,
PDS rule.
if you are still struggling, try to do it. Practice assignment
y-
is for practice. Try to
yes, sir,
see
but
it.
I
uh,
think he doesn't have access of data sheet,
Uh, Still, you're
isn't
not
it?
able to open it. This data. Who was the that person?
Okay, getting in a course introduction, bro.
Don't
You
share
can
this.
access the data set in course introduction.
You can
Go the
access the dataset in a course introduction.
Yeah,
See
that
in
is also
course
there.
introduction there is a common data set section.
In the chat itself,
Go,
many people are sharing. You can just
go
click on
there
that.
and click on the link.
Who was the student? Okay, so I guess that's it for today. We'll try to stop streaming.
Sir.
Yes,
So what is an open session? We have an open session right now.
open session. This whatever we are doing right now. This is open session. So we can just talk about your doubts. We can resolve it. Try to solve it together. So this is open session.
Okay, okay.
Sir, can we exit because we have to attend the
Yes,
statistics
yes, yes. Please,
open?
please.
So are
Yes.
you going to teach anything now?
No, no, no. I'm just finding how to end this call.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Good night, guys. Yes. Bye.
Okay. Good
Good night,
night,
sir.
sir. Thank you.
thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Bye.
Sir, good
Thank you,
night.
sir.
Yeah,
Thank you,
bye.
sir.
Thanks, Masha. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Sir.
Right.
Hello, sir. I have a doubt. Hello.
Hello, sir. Are you there?